We thought it appropriate that we end our little video presentation here with the usual sailing shots that you see in all those other sailboat companies' videos with models and people sailing. The good news is you don't have to, at least you won't have to look at me. I'm not in any of those shots, but it'll give you an opportunity to see the boat actually sailing and also running up on a beach. Here's a clip of the SHOALSAILER 32 prototype sailing back in the fall of 2000. Bill Ramos, Vice President of Sales here at Shannon, is at the helm. You can see that the boat is sailing hard to windward in about 15 to 18 knots of wind. Bill was sailing the boat for a film crew in Mount Hope Bay. We were making one of those pretty boat videos with music and professional announcer doing voiceover. It didn't tell very much, but at least it sounded a lot better than an old boat builder like me rasping away here. By the way, the daggerboards are up in all of these shots since we were making a change in the drive switches. It was a typical puffy, cold New England day. You could tell by the jackets and coats. But notice how little the boat is heeling, and it's doing over 7 knots at 35 degrees to the apparent wind. Look at the sailing instruments. The boat's doing 35 degrees into the wind and doing well over 6 knots, even going through the 40-foot camera boat's wake. If you don't believe the gauges, just look at how straight the wake is. No side slip or leeway. If you're wondering how the SHOALSAILER does in heavy weather, here I am holding a camera off Point Judith out in the Atlantic. We're in 30 knots of wind and 6-foot seas, with my daughter Erin and my wife Janet at the helm. Funny how the seas always look smaller on a camera than in real life. This is where my wife wishes she was sailing instead of the North Atlantic. Here's the prototype 32 down in Tampa Bay, Florida, on a perfect day. You can see how the cushion on the storm hood second roof works for relaxing out in the sun, while the helmsperson is sitting in the shade under the bimini. There's nothing like 30-inch sailing draft for making long tacks right up to the beach. Notice how one person is easily able to steer and manage the sails while tacking the boat. We put some kids in the water, all under 5 foot tall, just so you wouldn't think there was a big deep hole under the boat. The SHOALSAILER was designed and built to run right up on the beach, even in New England, where we have more gravel and rock than soft sand. The shoal draft and big cockpit, the SHOALSAILER is a great getaway boat for the whole family. Almost every place becomes waterfront property. You don't have to worry about the kids getting bored just sailing around. Pull up close and they can go swimming or go ashore. Here's the SHOALSAILER down in the Florida Keys, right up on an uninhabited beach. You don't have to find an uninhabited island to get away from the crowds. Here's the SHOALSAILER back in Rhode Island at the Salt Pond on Labor Day weekend, all by itself, anchored in only 3 feet of water. All the other boats are all jammed up at the other end, all on top of each other, where the water is 6 to 8 feet deep, and all the radios are very loud. Pictures and words don't begin to show all the advantages of the SHOALSAILER. Come and sail a boat yourself and see what fast, weatherly shoal draft sailing is all about. Hope to see you up here in Rhode Island.